Good morning. So this reading is for Wednesday, October 22nd, and let's get a little bit around our past, our present, and our future. Current energy. And future energy. And so this video is available on YouTube and Rumble, Tarot and Astrology with Michelle. So looking here, bottom of the deck, I'm getting the Three of Swords. Now the Three of Swords, this actually feels like you're releasing something. An old pain, an old heartache. It's becoming a distant memory. There's something about this becoming a distant memory. It's there, it's in your experience. So you've developed mechanisms to kind of work through this energy, but I don't get the sense that it's really kind of that front and center controlling factor in all of your decisions or anything like that. It's becoming less and less significant because it feels like it's pulling away and kind of fading into the past. And so when I look at the past energy here, I'm getting the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is a lot of self-love, self-care. So that's the healing energy that I'm picking up on, connected to that Three of Swords. So all the work that you're doing and have been doing to kind of heal from a past event, circumstances, whatever the case is, you've been doing it and it feels like it's working. I'm also getting the King of Wands, taking a lot of action based on healing. I'm getting this kind of the healing, the nurturing yourself internally, and then also stepping out at the same time to say, you know what, I'm stepping out of that energy, the healing energy. I don't need to be in that place anymore. I'm ready to reemerge or kind of rejoin society in some capacity. So however you were holding yourself back in that kind of hermit mode, I'm getting this, and it's showing up here in the past. So you already did this, but I'm getting that you really kind of dug deep here with the Strength card, Leo energy, finding that courage and strength to say, you know what, it's time. It's time for me to come out of my shell. It's time for me to kind of exit this healing cocoon and just put myself back out there again and just enjoy life, enjoy happiness. And it feels like once you started doing that, that's where this starts to become a distant memory. The memory starts to fade when you recognize you can fill that space with something else. You don't need to worry about the past anymore. You can focus on the future and your happiness and just all of the success that you have yet to obtain. That is definitely coming through here. The current energy, all pentacles, all grounding, all about growth, expansion. I'm getting the King of Pentacles here. So this is long-term stability. Whatever it is that you started here in the past, you're going to start seeing kind of things unfold here. Now, the pentacles are slow moving. So this is not going to be that immediate reward to all of the work that you've done here in the past, but you're going to recognize some of the significance that, you know what, I feel grounded. I feel stable. I'm taking care of myself. I'm in a good place. I have a lot to be grateful for. And it feels like that's the King of Pentacles energy. You're actually in the process of setting yourself up for that long-term happiness and success here. I'm getting the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is you creating your own abundance. I'm also getting the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is leaving something behind. It's that Three of Swords. So as you continue moving down the path of the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, moving down this path of success, you're letting go at the same time of anything here that just doesn't require any more effort or attention. It's that Three of Swords. It's the healing. It's done. It's over. Let me just release it and move forward. Whatever the kind of future looks like, what you're doing is you're building a very solid foundation, something that will grow over time. You're investing in yourself, investing in your future here. And so when I look at the future energy and I see the Wheel of Fortune, there's growth and expansion. So you're moving in the right direction. You've planted a lot of seeds that are going to kind of bloom later, but you're laying this very solid foundation for yourself. I'm also getting the Judgment card. And so that Judgment card, that resurrection or rebirth energy. And so it's really kind of stepping into your own power here. It's giving you the strength and the motivation to really go after something. because of the rebirth that's showing up. It feels like that phoenix rising, that ability to kind of step out of the shadows and into the light. All of the work that you did here in the past is showing up here in the future, where you're really, where you're able to embrace exactly what it is that you want, but you're coming at it from a different perspective. This is coming at it from a very healed, very grounded, I'm focused on long-term happiness, long-term success. There's nothing about quick wins that's showing up here. The Seven of Swords is also coming up, so it feels like there's a piece of information that's missing. So let's go in and dive into, let's start with the past. Tell me about that Queen of Cups, and we'll see how this plays out, because I do feel like there's something missing here. That Seven of Swords can be lies, manipulation, deceit, but it's really distorting the entire image, so we'll dig into that. King of Wands. And the Strength card. And so in the past here, I'm getting the Queen of Cups with the High Priestess. So that Queen of Cups energy, that kind of self-care, self-love, what you did was you strengthened your own intuition. You created this internal alignment, this internal balance for yourself. And I can see that here with the King of Wands being clarified by the Justice card. So this is really about you having that strength to be able to go after what you want and coming at it from that very balanced perspective, saying, you know what, I'm in a really good place. I'm ready to kind of come out of my shell. Again, this is all showing up in the past, but it really speaks to the foundation that you've been laying and just what kind of future success is available to you because of all these steps that you've already taken. In fact, with the Strength card here, I'm getting the Four of Pentacles. That Four of Pentacles is that solid foundation. I love the way that you're approaching this because you didn't do it halfway. You really took the time, put in the necessary effort to build something stable and grounded. And it feels like you're going to get what you're looking for because of the way that you're approaching all of this. Tell me about this King of Pentacles here. Nine of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles. So with the King of Pentacles, I'm getting the Magician energy. And so that King of Pentacles, that very grounded, let me focus on long-term happiness, long-term success here. The Magician is about you manifesting. So this is all the work, all the planning that you've done, coming at it from a very solid, grounded place. I love that energy. And with the Nine of Pentacles here, I'm getting the Emperor. These two have been showing up together a lot. And so it feels like you're stepping into your own power, that you're recognizing, you know what? I'm capable of a lot. I'm capable of achieving all of the results that I put the energy and effort into. The Emperor energy, is that my way or the highway? But both of these cards really speak to confidence. I know my own mind. I know my worth and value. I'm stable, grounded in my own energy and able to build from that place of stability. And with that Emperor, that willpower to say, you know what? I'm going to do this and nothing is going to stop me. It does feel like you're unstoppable. It feels like whatever it is that you're doing, you're going to put in whatever effort is necessary. And with the Five of Pentacles, I'm getting the Knight of Pentacles. So that Five of Pentacles, leaving the past behind, really leaving that Three of Swords behind, any kind of pain connected to it. You're really building out something solid here. You're planning for the future. You're kind of taking it all in and saying, okay, that I don't need anymore. I just need to focus on the future. I know exactly what I'm doing. Let me just keep moving in that direction. And that's exactly how this feels like. Everything is playing out. So tell me about the future. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. The Judgment. And the Seven of Swords. Here we go. Wheel of Fortune here. So the Wheel of Fortune, that growth and expansion, the positive turn of events in the future. It's on the release of the old Three of Swords energy. So letting go of the past, really in your best interest. It's making space for something else to grow in there. So the Three of Swords was occupying you for a period of time. You were in hermit mode. I'm definitely getting you exiting hermit mode and really kind of building this solid foundation for yourself. Part of that is recognizing I don't need to hold space for some pain in the past. I don't need to keep reliving it or rehashing it or thinking about it at all. I can move forward with the freedom to say, you know what? I learned my lesson there. I'm not going to allow that to happen to me again. And what I want to do is build something solid for myself. And I want to focus on growth and expansion and not any kind of negativity connected to the past. And so with that resurrection and rebirth, I'm getting the Chariot, that Cancer energy, a card of success and victory. And so it feels like all the action that you're taking is really going to pay off. Now, again, these are long-term payoffs. I'm not getting that kind of quick win, short-term success. I'm picking up more long-term stability and happiness here, but you're moving down that path. You're setting yourself up for a really big opportunity. With the Seven of Swords here, I'm getting the Ten of Swords. So the Seven of Swords, Ten of Swords. This feels like the recognition of just how much pain you were holding on to, the impact that it had. I'm going to get a little bit of advice here because you're in the process of letting all of this go. And so let me just see here. Is there anything else that you need to know about the situation? Because that Seven of Swords, it does feel like there's a piece missing. And even with the awareness and the recognition, that doesn't feel like it's closing the gap. It feels like even though you understand that the pain held you back, that doesn't feel like all of it. So let's get, what is this? What is the missing piece? Okay, the missing piece here, we've got the Queen of Swords showing up. So that kind of very cold energy of let's release this. Let's not hold on to this anymore. We've got the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. So definitely connected to that. And the World here. So it's more about the realization that this isn't going to happen again. So if you've been sitting with this energy of, well, what if it does? What if? And you keep playing all of these scenarios in your mind. Well, what if I find myself back in that situation or anything like that? You're going through a rebirth. Your energy is shifting and changing. You're raising your vibration. First, because you're raising your vibration, you're going to see it coming long before it approaches you. You're going to cut it off much quicker. And I don't get the sense that you're going to give into that energy because you're not responding from a wounded place, which it feels like you may have done in the past. And that may have made things a lot worse for you. You're coming at it from a grounded place. You know your own worth and value. You're not focused on the pain anymore. You're not building from a place of pain. You're building from a place of stability and focusing here on long-term success. And that's the missing piece here. It's how you're approaching this is completely different. That realization, it will hit you at some point. It feels like it's more time is going to show you that you're approaching this differently. And so kind of trust yourself, trust the process, and all of the actions that you're taking are going to pay off in the end because it does feel like they will. You're building a very solid foundation. And just kind of remind yourself that you're not who you used to be. You've gone through a tremendous amount of growth. And so any action that you take is coming from that growth. It's not coming from the wound that led to the growth. So just kind of keep that in mind. So this is a reading for Wednesday. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.